Today's horror manga dub in narration is being held from the horror anthology 100 Ghost Stories of My Own Death by Matano Anji. I'd like to take this time to give a very special thanks to Tales of September for offering her voice. Check her out in the description below as well as pinned in the top comment. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into being held. Hope you all enjoy.
Why? I thought he committed suicide last week. He jumped out in front of the morning train. Yeah, I'm sure that's him. That's Sino. I can tell because I've always had a crush on him. When he was alive, he always used to sit curled up in a ball like that.
That was the day she first saw him. He was sitting on the bench, all curled up with sweat dripping down his entire body. He seemed to have a melancholic look on his face. She was enamored by him and felt a little melancholic for him too.
Hey, what's taking you?
Sorry. Sano had a weak constitution, so he would miss a lot of school. Even when he did attend classes, he would just sit and observe most of the time. Whenever I saw him looking at everyone with that bored face of his, it made me sort of happy. I could see myself in him, not being able to fit in with others. But I never got the chance to talk to Sano before he ended it all. If I was able to talk to him, maybe things would have turned out differently.
And so, that is when she approached him.
Sano? His ghost, right?
The poor boy had his head burrowed between his knees. It seemed he was quite depressed, and that was when she decided to sit next to him on the bench. She began to speak to him in a soft voice.
Listen, is some regret of yours keeping you trapped here? Can I do anything to help?
But Sano didn't answer. Instead, he kept his head burrowed in between his knees. She continued, with more resolute this time.
Sano, I know how hard it must have been to come to school. I felt those same feelings you did. Just thinking about how I wasn't able to be any help before you committed suicide is something that I suffer with every day.
Sweat dripped down her face as she saw that he was now looking at her, his eyes bloodshot. It almost seemed as if he was upset that she disturbed him, his eyes staring into her very soul. She got up from the bench and began to walk away.
I'm sorry. You idiot. What did you expect? I'm just another one of Sano's classmates that he hated.
As she approached closer to the train tracks, that was when a voice from behind her called.
Don't do it.
She looked behind her and saw the voice was coming from Sano. He continued.
You're not the same as me.
He sat there, still curled up into a ball on the bench. And then he continued and asserted.
I liked all of my classmates. That's why I tried my best to attend school, despite my weak body. The morning when I died, I fainted because of my anemia. That's the reason I fell down onto the platform. I didn't kill myself. Don't act like you know me by making up scenarios inside of your head.
The two of them sat there for a moment, staring at one another's eyes, and then she spoke, tears streaming down her face.
I'm so sorry.
Sano paused for a moment, and then he replied,
"Oh, it is true that I'm regretting something. I really want to go to school today."
The tears on her face slowed down, and then she suggested,
Then how about we head to school together?
but he interjected, saying,
"I can't go.
Why?
My body won't be able to make it there."
Sano, you can make it. There's no reason you have to worry about your health anymore.
He looked at her with a concerned face as she began to tug on his arm, pulling harder and harder as he screamed in retaliation.
"Stop! Let go of me!
You can do it. Believe in yourself.
Stop it all!"
That was when she realized the horrible truth of what she had done.
Huh?
From tugging on his frail body so hard, it had severed right down the middle into 2 pieces, as his upper torso collapsed against the ground.
No!
I was wrong about everything.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'd like to take this time to give a very special thanks to my Patreons and YouTube members. Sarah De Jesus, Motosurf, Leo, Dason Animus, Myuu, Rich Harris, Andre Wolf, Tanya M, Kago, and Voodoo. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you're important and you matter. Have a good night, everyone. Goodbye.